I used to think landlines were harmless, just old phones gathering dust, hanging on kitchen walls, the kind that only telemarketers ever rang. But after what happened last winter, I unplug every phone in the house before I sleep, because sometimes, at midnight, the call isn't from outside. It was just past 12 o'clock when it rang. Loud, sharp, that dated metallic ring of my parents' old wall phone. I live alone now, in a small one-story house outside town. Nobody ever calls me on the landline. Hell, half the time I forget it's even connected. But that night it rang, steady and shrill, cutting through the silence. I hesitated, then picked up. Static hissed on the line. Underneath it, a faint sound, breathing. Hello, my voice cracked. The breathing stopped. Then a whisper, soft and deliberate. My address. I froze. The voice was my own. The line went dead. I stood in my kitchen, phone clutched so hard the cord creaked. Finally, I hung up, telling myself it was a prank. Some kid with a voice app, a wrong number, anything. I had almost convinced myself when my cell buzzed on the counter. Unknown caller. Same time, 12:07 a.m. I answered with shaking hands. Static again, breathing again. And then, the same voice, my voice. Don't open the door. I nearly dropped the phone. And then came the knock. 3 sharp raps on the front door. I stumbled back, heart hammering. The curtains fluttered from the draft. I couldn't bring myself to look. The phone was still pressed to my ear. My own voice whispered again, closer this time. Whatever you do, don't let it in. The knock turned to pounding. The doorknob rattled violently. And then, silence. For a full minute, I stood frozen, straining to hear. Nothing, no footsteps, no retreat, just silence. I finally forced myself forward, pulling the curtain back an inch. No one there, just my empty porch, bathed in cold moonlight. I laughed shakily, trying to believe I'd dreamed it. I turned back toward the kitchen and stopped cold. The landline was off the hook, the receiver dangling, cord swaying slightly, and faintly, from the speaker, came the sound of breathing. Not mine, deeper, slower, patient. I hung it up, unplugged the line, powered down my cell, tried to sleep. Somehow, I did. But in the morning, I found a new voicemail, time-stamped 12:17 a.m. It was my voice, screaming, and underneath it, quieter but clear, another voice repeating my address, over and over. Now I don't answer phones, not at night, not ever, but sometimes, when the house is still, I hear it anyway. The ring, coming from inside the walls.